What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Hero, a fan favorite deck, going up against Kashtira, one of the meta decks of the format. This deck is like the anti-Fire King deck. Going to be seeing everywhere. You know, a lot of other decks are playing these shifter-like cards. Kashtira being one of the best, alongside Flu, and then of course there's other stuff as well. Before we dive into, for the like, comment, subscribe, helps the channel a lot. We're on the road to 10K here, trying to hit that before the end of the year, and we need your guys' help. We're going to be diving on in with Hero going first. We see a handful of spells. We're going to be activating a Hero Lives. Going to be able to pay half our life point to summon from the deck. Can you imagine if any other archetype had one of these? Absolutely crazy. We're going to go for Stratos. Stratos is going to be able to search us for Ferris. We're going to activate Foolish Burial. We're going to be able to dump any card from the deck. Could potentially be a dangerous here. But dumping a copy of Shadow Mist, which actually let us search for a dangerous, or Mali, not dangerous here, what am I saying? And then we're going to go Ferris, discarding the copy of Mali there. Going to be able to put the increase in the small trap card zone. I wonder if he's playing 1 or 2. Then we're going to see increase chipping off the Ferris, summoning itself out, and then it's going to be able to activate the effect, summoning with a copy of Vion. Vion can actually dump from the deck, and that's going to be dumping a copy of Denier here. So we have pretty much everything in rotation. We're going to be banishing the Ferris, searching for a copy of Polymerization. We could link away into our copy of the Cross Crusader. We probably should have banished first. We're going to be summoning up the Denier here, and then we can activate the effect, to destroy it, and that's going to be able to let us search for a copy of the Liquid Soldier here. We're going to be banishing the Mali off of itself to summon the other Mali from the deck. Then we can actually activate okay. Going for the copy of the X-Hero Inferno. This is going to be the one that reveals to search for my favorite. Or I guess searching for the Neos. We are going to be searching for my favorite at some point here. Going for the Wonder Driver here. Activating Polymerization. Using the Liquid Soldier as well as the Heroes. Going for a copy of the Flaming. Then we're going to see the Driver. Set the copy of set the copy of Polymerization here. And then we're going to be activating the Chain Links, because searching is for the copy of my favorite. This is going to let us summon out a copy that is going to be a negate. And then Liquid Soldier will be allowing us to draw and discard. And what do we choose to discard here? We're reading the favorite, or whatever, the Elemental Hero. We're just not discarding, okay. That's a little bit of a misplay there. We do tag out into Sunrise, and then we're going to go Denier, put back, and banish, and then we're going to be summoning out once again. We're going to activate Polymerization, going for a copy of the DPE here. We know we also have Fusion Destiny in the hand, so I guess we're going to pretend that was discarded. We have Miracle Fusion, so we're going to be banishing those two to go for our copy of my favorite. Then we're going to be setting 4 cards and passing. So yeah, we could just pretend that the Fusion Destiny was discarded off of the E-Hero there. And there's passing turn on this. Okay. If this card's destroyed, it gets to summon out 1 from deck, or 1 from graveyard. It's really cool. We're going to see a Pot of Prosperity being activated off the top here. So essentially dealing with a DPE, a Imperm, and then other cards as well. And DPE can be quite nice, especially if we hit like a Birth. Shifter, Ash, Prosperity, Terraforming, Imperm, and then our copy of Birth here. We could just actually search for the Imperm. It really depends on what we add to hand here. What is about what we got. If we're worried about the Imperm, yeah. So we're worried about DPE here, so we're going to be going for that Imperm. Now we can just Imperm off the top the DPE. We're going to chain it here. Going to be destroying and then hitting my favorite, my favorite hero. That's going to be something like a copy of Stratos. And then we do get to activate the effect of to search for a hero, as well as being able to set the Miracle Fusion, and we activate the DPE effect here. We're searching for a copy of Plasma, which is going to be a crazy card against Kashtira. FYI, if anyone has never done that, being able to stick a Plasma on the field is pretty much just game. We're going to go for a Unicorn. It's going to get hit with an Imperm there, trying to make sure that they don't have anything. We do have the Rise. Summon out here. And then we're just going to get hit with a Book of Eclipse. Do we have the Ash Blossom to stop this? We don't. Flipping them face down is crazy. Wow. That definitely puts a halt in the tracks. We do have a copy of Pressure Planet as well here. And for a second there, I thought it was Candina. We're going to be tribute summoning for a Fenrir. That's not something you see every single day. We're going to activate the Fenrir effect. Going to let us search. I did not ever think I would see that. We're going to see them go for a Scareclaw Kashtira. This is going to be another extender, letting us have that way to get to the Shangri-La if we have to. We need Banshee and the Unicorn, summon itself out. I'm going to go for my favorite, my whatever fusion thing. Going for Shining, and then this doesn't destroy the field, does it? It does destroy 2 cards. What are these hero cards, bro? I keep forgetting. We have the Pressured Planet to be able to continue to play anyways here. I gotta read this. Haven't played this card in so long. Wake up your elemental hero. I may not even have. Shining Wingman. Gains capacity when destroy a card. Your opponent controls up to no different attributes of the monster on the field. Okay, so I guess because there are multiple, you just destroy those cards. That's pretty nice. Does it also have a negate, or am I just tripping? This card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage equals to the monster's attack. Okay. Then Wing Eternal Rage. Okay. So we just went into Rage to go into the Sunrise so that we could get it into the graveyard, I guess. So that they can have an extra material for the Wake Up. Pretty cool. And then, yeah, Infernal just reveals the Shining Windman to be able to search. I like it. It's pretty cool. Nice little combo. I really thought they had like a negate, though, of the support of the trap. Was able to give us a negate, but I suppose not. That'd be too broken for our good old hero cards. Will they ever get a negate? Who knows? I think they should definitely have a negate, to be honest. But if you ask me myself, I think they should have a negate. The deck is not like too broken. If they had a negate, that could be summoned with a trap. Guess you could like kind of cheat it out with the Wingman. But what's one negate gonna really do? Like we have other decks that just like summon out Baron and stuff like that. Still get hit with a copy of Nib. This would be quite nice. But diving into the gameplay, Kashtira is gonna be going first with a copy of Shifter. Everyone's favorite card. If you don't love Shifter, then you're probably playing a deck that can't play Shifter. And if you are playing a deck that can play Shifter, you love Shifter. We're going to see a Pressure Planet going to be activated here, letting us search for a copy of whatever missing piece that we need. Going for that copy of Fenrir. It's always going to see that people are not... okay, we do have the Unicorn already. Then we get hit with a copy of Imperm. I was going to say, it's always interesting that people don't always choose the Unicorn if they don't have it in the hand. Because they're like, okay, well, if I get hit with a copy of Veil or Imperm, it's like, you can't get hit with Veil because you're under Shifter. And Imperm is Imperm. So they're not playing Mourner, chances are. So it's kind of problematic here. But we're going to see Birth activated. Well, I assume they did add that off Prosperity. I wasn't looking there, so I can't really comment. And then we're going to go for Fenrir. Fenrir is going to be able to search us for a copy of the Rise. And this is going to be essentially the full Kashtira combo, not touching the graveyard because of Shifter, as well as Prosperity. So we can't go for any of those Heat Soul lines. So chances are we're going to be seeing them just banishing those Heat Soul cards. And we are going to go for the Rise now, as well as going for that Shang. And then we can banish a copy of most likely a Fenrir or a Birth in this case. We don't really care what we do, so we're going to be going for the Ogre. I guess we want to be summoning that off of the Birth here. Banishing 3 face down, and then we get to put a... I guess we're not putting a locked zone on the field, and we could pressure planet, try to pop our Shang, which we are going to be doing. Shang's going to protect itself by banishing the copy of Fenrir. Then we can summon out the copy of the Ogre here. Ogre's going to search for the trap. Going for preparations. Preparation can bring back out the Fenrir. And this is like the full Kashtira combo. So a lot of players do not play the Ogre nor the preparations. They feel like there's bricks. They want to have more consistency or more power in those hand traps because we are playing in Fire King format. But there are some players that also like play for the additional 2 cards. You're going to be able to summon out 2 additional bodies and have OTK options up the yin yang. We're going to go for another Shangri-La. And then we're going to set 2 cards here and pass. During the standby phase, we are going to go prep. Or I guess for draw phase, we're going to go prep. And anti-spell here. Okay. And we're going to see our opponent just scoop it up, realizing, yeah, this is going to be too much. We're going to be able to summon out a copy of Fenrir or even a Unicorn. And they're going to get to start to lock 2 zones, popping cards as well. Just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, anti-spell versus hero, kind of a problem. You know, not only are we putting you under shifter, we're also putting you under anti-spell. Yeah, that's going to be quite difficult. And like locking the zones is our least of our concerns here. It is really cool, like we see locking zones not in like a super degenerate way that we were seeing before with a Rise Heart. Like when we lock 1 or 2 zones, it's really cool to show like the skill level of somebody who's playing. Like if you're playing against hero, it's always good to lock the 2 under the extra monster zone. Unless you already occupy an extra monster zone, then you can just go for the other one that's pointing downwards. Therefore, you can't let them essentially be able to add back those cards. Or if you really wanted to, if you have like multiple zones you can lock and you know you're going to lock those 2 zones, locking the middle zone for the Cross Crusader as well as the Fire Zone, depending on if you control a card in the extra monster zone. This shows like that you're like really eliminating some of those plays, and it has like a lot of like additional power that the regular people who don't play those cards can't really see. So it shows off some skill with the locking zones, which is just really cool. And we haven't really had any of that for a bit now, which I wanted to just shout out, I guess. But diving on into the all-important Game 3, we are going to be seeing Hero going to be going first. They do have some cards that can be quite oppressive. You know, DPE can pop those cards. And we're going to be seeing a Fusion Destiny off the top here. And if I'm not mistaken, Fusion Destiny itself is DPE plus a copy of the Dark Angel. We're going to go Mali. Mali is going to be able to summon out another copy of Mali here. We can then summon out the Denier, and that's going to be able to activate the effect, putting the Mali back to the top of the deck. We're going to be shuffling back, or we're going for a Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader is going to be able to summon back the Mali. Then I'm going to pop the... Or I guess we're going to summon out Denier. Denier is going to be popping it. And then we're going to go for a copy of the Dark Angel. And this is going to be the Dark Angel lock. We then banish to summon. We link 2 away. Alright, we can even just pop, I guess. We could go DPE, pop, pop. Which, yeah, okay, we're going to go DPE effect here. Popping itself and the Malicious. And then we're going to activate the DPE effect. We're going to give our opponent the Dark Angel, which has no spells for you. It also gives you a monster, so have fun, Cash. So they are looking in their extra deck to see if they have anything. They normally don't play Link Rebo anymore because this is not going to be like a big problem. If it was a problem, we would see that there'd be lots of times where we would do that. And we have the increase in the hand. This is not good, but it is going to be additional normal summon there. Or actually, we're going to go Ferris. Ferris, discard the increase. And this is going to be saying if we're on the 2 increase, we are not. We're going to be setting those 2 cards. And we could link away for a copy of... or just not. Yeah, I guess we're going to go for a copy of DPE in this standby phase. And we are having a fun time. We see a joke of the effect of the angel. And we're like, what? And then it doesn't have an effect. It actually has a cool effect in the graveyard to be able to put a spell at the top of your deck if you wanted to. We're going to see them attempt to go into the battle phase by turning it into attack position here. And then attempt to leave the main. They're going to attack into the Cross Crusader. We do have the mass change to go into our copy of the Dark Law here. And then we're going to attempt to redeclare into the copy of Ferris. We're going to go DPE into the Ferris itself. Probably should have put that in defense position, but, we still the DPE, so we can recover from it. Therefore, putting them underneath this Angel, so now we can't impair him. We can't do anything. We can't, if we had another normal, we could normal and link away into Donner. But probably not going to be having that. They have to have either a Rise or a Hand Trap. We then summon back out the DPE. And now we have Dark Law as well, so when they draw cards, we're going to be able to banish. The only problem with this is that it is kind of hard to beat your opponent under this. So we're just going to go pass on the Dark Claw DPE. But we are chilling, they don't really, doesn't matter what they have. I think we just saw a Shifter in the hand. We're going to be setting a card and passing. They're going to DPE target. And do we have a Shifter in response to this? I'm going to see the impermanent. They just pass turn on this. I thought we saw a DP. We're going to go Fusion Destiny once again here. What can we send? We're going to send a Hero and a Plasma. No way we have 2 DPEs. Going for a Dangerous. Okay. I know Tyr used to play this card because it was quite good. And then we're going to be seeing the search for a Stratos. And we are also going to go for a Vion, or nothing here. They're going to be normal summon with the Stratos, and then they're going to get their effect, okay? We're searching for a copy of the Liquid Soldier. I wonder if we're going to be remembering to discard this time. We're going to turn everything to attack position here. And then we are going to attack, and they just say, yeah, you got it. We have 2 copies of Fenrir, 2 Unicorns, and a Prosperity that would have been negated with a Dark Angel anyways. Wow, yeah, that's kind of rough there. The Dark Angel ended up taking the game 3. We see Hero end up taking the win there. Even with the copies of Dark Law being really good as well. DP also being good, popping the Field Spell, popping their copies of the Births, getting rid of the monster that they have, so they can't be able to summon. They don't activate on summon, so you just go summon out Fenrir, pop it, and then they have to have another copy of itself, or else they'll be in big trouble. But we do see the Hero deck taking the win here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to see more content like this, and for stay safe. Peace.